Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope that everyone has had a great week so far. Hope you're having a great start of your day. Eh, Cheers to the weekend. Have a great weekend coming up. So, welcome to the Talks with TJ podcast. I'm your host, TJ. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back with some more, welcome back. Always glad to have you guys back for repeat listeners. So, if this is your first time here, please go back. I encourage you to go back if you want to listen to the first oh my god, what episode are we on? First four episodes. We're on episode 5. We're on episode 5 now. So listen to the first 4 episodes, and I hope that something resonates with you. I hope that something you find something of value, and you can apply it to your own situation. So that being said, we're gonna hop right into it. So we're on episode 5. Oh my god, time is flying by. It is really flying by. Last week we was talking about self-love, basically. I love me, and that's all that matters. Damn it. That's all that matters. So this week, we're talking about the S word, being selfish. That's right, the S word. Uh, I'm selfish, so what? So if you're anything, shouldn't say anything like me, if you was raised similar to how I was raised, you was raised with the notion that being selfish is bad. For lack of a better word, is bad. You were taught that to share, sharing your cookies, sharing your crayons, sharing your toys. Share. Don't be selfish. No, no, no. Stop being selfish. No, that's bad. Stop being selfish. So, if you was raised like me, it might have been kind of hardwired into you going into adulthood. And, that selfish is bad. Being selfish is bad. And I'm just going to say from personal experience, I had to learn that being selfish is not bad at all. It's not always bad to be selfish. Sometimes, Lord knows, sometimes it is very much needed and very much necessary to be selfish. You have to just practice discernment when it comes to that. You have to learn some discernment. And as an adult, I'm not going to disclose my age, but as an adult, I'm still learning in what cases is okay to be selfish, in what cases is okay to be, you know, not selfish. I didn't know what else to say there. I went blank for a little bit there. But yeah, I still have to practice that. So just a little bit about me. In one of the past episodes, I don't even remember what episode it was now. Like I got 100 episodes. I'm 5 in, but I don't remember which one I was talking about this in. I was saying that um I had to it was boundaries. I had to learn how to set boundaries when it comes to my energy. And that touches on being selfish. It touches on being selfish because if if you're similar to me, I had to learn this about myself. I learned that I take on other people's energy very easily. And when I say I take on other people's energy, it's like I can feel what they feel and it almost becomes mine. Even though, it's not mine, it becomes a part of me in a way. I had to learn that about myself. And it took a toll on me. Like it caused a lot of discombobulation. For lack of a better word, discombobulation in my mind, like emotionally, it caused a lot. Like I had other people's feelings and negative energy and situations on me. I was taking it on as my own, and I didn't even know I was doing that. Like I said, I had to learn that I did that, and I had to learn how to stop it. you know, or like I said, use discretion with it because um I don't view it as a curse. It's actually a gift that I view it more as a gift now that I can take on this thing. But like I said, I have to protect it. And I have to know when it's okay for me to take it on and when it's not okay for me to take it on. So that means that I have to know when it's okay for me to be selfish and when it's Okay, you don't have to be so selfish today. You can do it a little bit. So let me give you an example of this. Have you ever had a friend? I know I don't know, I've had friends, but have you ever had a friend where when they call or text you and you see their name pop up and you immediately be like, oh, have you ever had a friend like that? Like, don't get me wrong, you love them to death. Like, you'll do anything for them. You love them. You want to support them in every way. But when you see them calling or texting you, you just be like, oh. And that's because you know that when you answer this call or text, it's never anything positive. It's always bad news. They got some type of chaos going on, and like it's always something like that. It's never anything positive, you know. So I've had that situation in the past where I've had that before, and it it can pull on it does pull on your energy. So if you like I said, if you're energy anything like me, you have a friend like that, and you didn't like for one, you have no boundaries, and you didn't know that you can be selfish. Like, you probably have people calling you left and right with this, like, and it takes a toll on you. So I had to practice some, like I said, some boundaries and then learn how to be selfish with it because, like I said before, it caused discombobulation. And at the time, before I'm at the point where I am now, you ever heard of the term my cup runneth over? Well, my cup wasn't running over at that time. My cup was half full. And then, no, don't get me wrong. Like, thank you, God, for it being half full. I'm glad for every drop that God gives me in my cup. But at the time, like, I didn't have barely had anything for myself, and I was giving it away to other people, and I didn't even realize I was giving it away to other people. And all I got back, like I said, I take on their energy and their feelings and their situations. That's what I got back. So I didn't have anything left for me that was good to help lift me up. So like I said, it caused discombobulation and I didn't know why. I didn't know I had this problem. I didn't know this was going on with me. So yeah. I had that problem. I had to learn that like I said, learn that it was okay to be selfish. So when I had these friends, I didn't have one friend like this. I had multiple friends like this at one point, and I had like, oh my god, I got to stop this some type of way because I want to lose my damn mind. You hear me gritting my teeth? I want to lose my damn. I don't want to hear this all the time. You know, I don't hear this all the time. So I had to learn how to be selfish. So I've gotten to a point now, like I was saying, like my cup wasn't always running over. Thank God my cup is running over now, but it wasn't always that way before. That I've gotten to a point now that, yeah, I might be in a good state now where God has blessed me with this, but that don't mean I have to give it away. That don't mean I have to take it on. It's okay for me to be selfish with it because not everybody, I shouldn't say, but no, not everybody needs it. You're right. I was about to say that, and I'm like, something was almost held me back from saying it, but it's not. No, not everybody needs it. Not everybody needs it at that point, and I don't have to be the one to give it to them all the time. You can go get it from someone else. You know, I couldn't allow someone to keep pulling and pulling at me, and I have nothing for myself. I couldn't allow someone to keep taking from my cup and then not giving me nothing, and then I have nothing back, for myself. So I had to learn to be uh selfish. So, and it was a point in time where, like now, it's very easy for me to get into a good high vibration, a good high, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? A good high energy, good positive, good thinking energy. Like I can wake up in the morning and be like, la, 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 I'm good. Especially after my meditation, I'm good, you know. But at one point, it was work for me to get to that point. To get to a point where I'm feeling good today. Yeah, I feel like I'm on top of the world. So if I had a friend that called me and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling good today, and I didn't know that I could be selfish. So like now all of that's gone out the window, and I have to fight to get back to that point. Like I would have to go, go listen to some gospel music or something to get back to that point because now I took on all that energy because I didn't know that I can be like, no, I don't want to give my energy out today. I want to be selfish today. I didn't know that was okay. So now I'm at a point now, even though it's very easy for me to get, to be in that good state of mind, and it's easy if something knocks me off a little bit, knocks me off my path a little bit, it's easy for me to get on. I'm even more selfish now than I was when I had nothing. And I know that sounds crazy, but I guess it comes back to the term that I don't always agree with. When you know better, you do better. Because I know everybody don't, they know better, they don't always do better. But for me, I know better, and I do better now when it comes to that because, like, yeah, I have it to give out, but that don't mean I have, like I said, I'd have to give it to you. There's other sources. There's other sources for someone else to, if they're in that state, they need someone to talk to, whatever the case may be, besides me, if I don't want to give it. So I had to practice, yeah, being selfish. And now let me tell you one thing. It's another thing I had to learn. If you get to that point where you like, yeah, I want to be selfish with my energy, with my time, whatever the case may be, and you have somebody that's like, that's wrong, they still practicing that old notion that being selfish is wrong. Boy, I was about to say cut their ass off. The Lord stopped me there for real. Cause he stopped me real hard with that one. Cause I sure was about to be like, cut their ass off. Cause that's how I started doing it in the beginning, cutting people off. But I know you can't, everybody is not meant to be cut off because they, like I said, they might have been raised with that. They don't know. They don't know no better. They might not know that they're doing this to you. So you got to let them know. I'm backtracking. You got to let them know. I'm not gonna go to the hard cut their ass off. Let them know, like, yo, we can't keep doing this. Like every time you call me or text me, you can't be calling and texting me with, just bad news or something bad that's happening. I understand that you're going through something right now and you need a little bit of support, but you gotta be. It's okay to be vulnerable and let them know, like, yo, this is it's taking a toll on me. If you're someone that's like me, I had to be upfront with them, like, yo, it's pulling on me. It kind of brings me down a little bit, so we kind of got to cut it. I want to be here for you. I want to help you and I want to support you. I want to be that friend or whatever the case, whoever they are to you. I want to show that I'm here to support you and help you, but I can't be the one all the time. I am human. I am human. It takes a toll on me because I care about you, you know? Now, I guess if you don't care, I guess that's another story. But if it's somebody that you care about, yeah, I care about you. So we got to limit this a little bit. You got to find some other means sometimes. You can't always come to me. In a good way, if they really hear you, if that's somebody that really that cares about you and they really hear what you're saying, they like, oh man, I didn't know I was doing that to you, or whatever the case may be, that actually pushes them to start finding other means to help them get out of their situation. Like, okay, can't keep coming to them for help because I don't want to bring them down. If there's somebody that cares about you, they're not gonna want to bring you down with things. If you're telling them like it brings me down, it takes a toll on me. I have to kind of bounce back after talking to you, you know, that will encourage them to find other means to help them with their situation besides coming to you all the time, everything. So it works out sometimes. But if you have somebody that just, that gets mad because you say that, they don't understand that or they get mad at it. Boy, see, it's coming back to me again. It's saying cut them off, but I would say limit your time with them. One of my mentors told me one time that, and it's kind of touching on the next thing I was going to talk about. You got to know who to spend 10 minutes with and who to spend 10 hours with. And that kind of, that's kind of almost venturing into, being selfish with your time. So I was talking about being selfish with your energy. You got to know who to give your energy out to and who not to give it out to, and with your time too. You got to know who to spend 10 minutes with and who to spend 10 hours with because That plays a big factor. If you're anything, like me or view time like me, you know that time is of the essence. Time is the one commodity that we cannot get back. We can't get it back. And, given the things that's transpired in my life now, just this year alone, I look at time very, very differently now. I do not want to waste no time. I don't want nobody be around nobody that's wasting time. I don't care if it's a close friend or a family member. I don't want to be around nobody that I view is wasting time. You got all the time in the world you got a lot of time, shouldn't say all the time in the world, but you got a lot of time to do things that you want to do or that you need to do and you waste it. And I just look at it differently. I'm almost at the point now I don't respect it because how I view time now. So I don't want to be around nobody that wastes time because time is precious. So if I feel like you're somebody that wastes time, like, you know, you're not like you're just not doing what you if you let's just say this. I'm gonna give you another example. So if you're friends with me and you call me, you're not calling me all the time with your problems, but you call me and every time you call me, you're complaining about I give an example, say you're complaining about your job and you're friends with me and you're complaining that it takes a toll on you, and so you're not fulfilled, you don't make enough money, whatever the case may be. As your friend, the first thing I'm going to say to you is, so what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do? And if your reply to me is, I don't know, I'm going to deal with or something to that effect, or you just say, I mean, you can just say, I don't know, because I mean, I'll accept that in the moment because sometimes you just don't know. You got to take time to think about it. But if I see that this is an occurring pattern, eventually I'm going to get to the idea, I'm going to realize, okay, this person just wasting my time. You just want to sit here and complain about something that you have no oomph about you about changing. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even think of the word. You have no fire on behind you to change your situation. You just want to keep complaining about it. So you wasted my time. You wasted my time on this phone complaining about this job that you don't even want to change. You just want to complain about it. So eventually I'm going to stop talking to you about it. I'm your friend, but I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to tell you like, okay, look, I don't want to hear you complaining about your job because I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. Shit, get off the pot. If you don't like the situation you're in, do something about it. Right. And so now I have to start being selfish with my time because you're wasting my time by complaining about something that you don't want to change. You know? So I had to learn you're my friend. I love you. But I have to learn, okay, now I know I can't spend too much time with you because you don't value time the same way I value time. So I have to be selfish with my time with you. And you might not like that. But is the nature of the beast. I don't view time the same way anymore. And if you don't view time the same way I view time, it's gonna be some upheaval. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna cut you off, even though I've said that I'm not gonna cut you off completely. But I'm gonna limit my time with you. I'm gonna be selfish with my time. And it's okay. Being selfish is okay. So what? I'm selfish. So what? Well, I can keep going on. I try to give you guys some examples of this, things that I've dealt with that um, had to come to some type of realization about things about myself. And he's like, I hope that things can resonate with at least one person out there. So, Lord of mercy, we're coming up on 20 minutes here. And I'm just like, okay, God, God.